Welcome and good morning, good evening to all of you. Today we are going to discuss on the HCM Data Loader or HDL in Redwood for Oracle Fusion HCM. This walkthrough is designed for integration specialists and HR technology architects who need to master the fundamental shifts in how bulk data operations are managed within the new Redwood interface. The objective is simple: provide implementation teams and integration specialists with a structured operational understanding of HDL in the Redwood experience. For professionals working on Oracle Fusion HCM implementations, data migrations, and integrations, this guide may serve as a useful reference. Whoever need the details PDF file, please comment on the post we will share, or you can check the LinkedIn post link in the description. Let's start.
And welcome. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the HCM Data Loader, which has been completely reimagined in Oracle's new Redwood experience. You know, if you're someone who manages bulk data in Oracle Fusion HCM, then you already know just how critical this tool is. So in this session, we're going to walk through all the powerful new features that are really designed to make your job significantly more efficient.
So Oracle has given the HCM Data Loader a pretty major overhaul with its Redwood design. And what you're looking at right here, this is the result. It's the new Import and Load Data Dashboard. And I want to be very clear about this. This is not just a fresh coat of paint. No, this fundamentally changes how you're going to monitor, troubleshoot, and control all of your bulk data uploads.
All right, so to get a good handle on all of this, we're going to break down our tour into a few key stops. First, we'll start at the main hub. Then, we'll look at how to import your data. After that, we'll dive into the new diagnostic and analysis tools, see how to correct errors on the fly, and finally, we'll cover how you can execute and even roll back your data loads.
Okay, first up, let's explore the Import and Load data page. You should really think of this as your new command center for pretty much every bulk data task you'll be performing.
So, right at the top of the page, you'll see this System Metrics Dashboard. And this is essentially your real-time health check. At a glance, you can instantly see things like how much of your stage table capacity is being used, how many data sets are currently in progress, which ones have run into an error, and what's still waiting in the queue. Now, what this really means is that you can spot potential problems before they become critical. And you can do all of this without having to dig through logs.
And you know, finding what you're looking for is now incredibly easy. The dashboard has some really powerful search and filtering capabilities. This lets you pinpoint any data set you need, either by its name or its content ID. Or you can just as quickly narrow things down by status, by the user who ran it, by a date range, or even the business object type. So this means no more endless scrolling, trying to find that one specific job.
The page also gives you direct access to several key actions. For example, you can update your search indexes, or you can review scheduled processes. And what's really important is that you can kick off an import right from this screen. It doesn't matter if the file is on your local machine or if it's already in Web Center content. And of course, you still have your standard options like refreshing the view or exporting the data to a CSV file.
Now, one of the smartest things about this new dashboard is that every single row is interactive. This means you don't have to navigate away to investigate an issue. You can just, click on the dataset name and it takes you to the object details, or click on the message count to see a summary of any issues. If you see failed lines or failed objects, a single click takes you right to the page where you can start troubleshooting. It's a fantastic design that connects the high-level summary directly to all the nitty-gritty details.
All right then, let's now talk about the process of actually getting data into the system. We'll look at how you can import and submit your data files. So, the first method we'll look at is importing a local file. This is really ideal for those ad hoc submissions, things you're doing directly from your own workstation. As soon as you select your zip file, this panel that you see here will appear, and it gives you complete control over the submission parameters. You can set the file action, you can specify maximum error percentages for both the import and the load phases, you can even configure thread counts for parallel processing. And finally, you can schedule the run for either immediate execution or for a later time.
Okay, so the second method is for files that are already staged in the content repository. For this, you simply use the Import Oracle Web Center File option, and that lets you browse your UCM account. And notice, once you select your file, you'll see the exact same submission panel that we saw before. This gives you that really consistent control over things like error thresholds, concurrency, and scheduling, no matter where your file is actually coming from.
So the inevitable question, what happens when a load has issues? Well, let's get into diagnostics. We're going to start with the first level of analysis, which is the Business Object Details page.
Right. The business object details page is, well, it's invaluable, especially when you have a data set with multiple business objects that completes with errors. It lets you see with surgical precision which objects succeeded and which ones failed. Let's take an example. Say your file contains both bonus payments and element entries, but only the element entries fail. This page is what allows you to isolate that specific failure and then take a targeted action, like rolling back only the failed object.
Okay, let's go a level deeper now with the analysis tools. The Redwood experience has really made some huge improvements in how you diagnose errors, and this is where things get really powerful.
What you're looking at here is the message summary page, and it is an excellent enhancement. See, instead of showing you a massive, overwhelming list with maybe thousands of errors, it intelligently groups them. This means you see each unique error message just once, along with a count of how many times it occurred. Now, for anyone who's had to analyze a huge data file with errors, you know this is going to save you an incredible amount of time.
When you drill down from that summary, it takes you to this, the message details page. Now, the context that's provided here actually changes depending on when the error occurred. So, for errors during the import phase, that's what we see on the left, it shows you the raw file line data. But for errors during the load phase, which you see on the right, it displays the logical object details. This includes things like user keys and reference values, giving you the exact context you need for troubleshooting.
Let's continue our deep dive. Next, we'll look at the tools that let you inspect individual logical objects. And for this, we'll be looking at the object status and the object hierarchy pages.
So here we have the object status page. This gives you a very detailed row-by-row view of every single logical object that was created from your file. From here, you can see exactly what happened to each record. Was it imported successfully? Did it actually load? Or was it rolled back? This provides really precise tracking for every single piece of data you've submitted. Now, this page, the object hierarchy page, is arguably the most powerful diagnostic tool in the entire Redwood HDL experience. What it does is visually reconstruct the complete hierarchical structure of a logical object, exactly as it was defined in your file. So for a complex object, like a worker, you can expand it and see the status of each individual component, the work relationship, the assignment, the person name, and so on. This completely eliminates any guesswork when you're trying to find the root cause of a failure inside a complex record.
Okay, so we've found the errors. The next logical step is, how do we fix them? So let's look at the tools for error correction. We'll cover how to edit data directly and how to review the raw failed file lines. Right from the object hierarchy page, you can access the attribute details for a specific component. And this page, as you see, lists every single attribute for that component. Now, here's the critical part. For records that have failed to load, you can directly edit the attribute values right here on this screen and save your changes. This is a huge productivity improvement because it lets you correct those isolated data issues without having to go back and resubmit the entire source file.
Another very powerful correction tool is the ability to generate a file that contains only the lines that failed. What this does is it lets you isolate the problem records, fix them in a separate, smaller file, and then re-upload just those records, all without touching the data that already loaded successfully. As you can imagine, this is a huge time saver, especially for large files.
And finally, let's talk about the most critical execution actions. First, pushing the corrected data into the application, and just as importantly, being able to roll it all back if something goes wrong.
Rollback is without a doubt one of HDL's most essential safety features. From the relevant page, you can initiate a rollback process. And as you can see in this panel, you have full control. You can set your parameters for things like error thresholds and concurrency, and then you can choose to either run the rollback immediately or, and this is very useful, you can schedule it for a specific future time, maybe during off-peak hours. This lets you safely reverse a data load and return the system to exactly how it was before the load.
And that brings us to the end of our tour. So we've seen how the new Redwood experience really takes you from a high-level command center all the way down into these incredibly powerful diagnostic tools, and it gives you the granular control you need to correct errors and manage your data load safely. It really is a comprehensive and efficient toolkit designed for the modern HCM practitioner. So I guess the only question left is, which of these new features are you going to try first to streamline your next data load?